What's up, Writing Workshop? Coming at you live from 6th Hour. 6th Hour, say what's up. Heard some what's good in there as well. In any case, what we're doing is just recording our demonstration for creating my Works Cited page. This is something I want you to have in video format so you can go back to it if needed as much as possible. I will remind my 6th Hour class to try to keep it pretty quiet as we're doing this. We can't hear you up on screen. Shh. Thanks, Nia. So, as it says, in class, I'm recording my screen. I want to demonstrate how to create a Works Cited page. This should be the last kind of step in your persuasive research essay as you're working on them this week. I have given a couple of different citation generators to try. I have had bad luck with Citation Machine in the building before, but we'll try it first just in case it's better this year. If not, we'll try one of the other ones as well. The other thing that I have pulled up here is my example essay. Again, the only thing I haven't done yet is made my Works Cited page. Or because I use the MLA style paper template, it already had a Works Cited page created for me. This is what my citations will look like after I crank them out. I just really don't like writing these by hand. Raise your hand if you like writing citations by hand. Couple in 6th Hour, that's fine. That ain't me personally. I do want to walk through the process of using a citation generator just because it's a lot easier. But if you like doing these by hand, by all means, you can do them by hand. Let's try not Easy Bib. Let's try Citation Machine first just to see if it's working. Continue. So, Citation Machine, I'm just at Cite a Website in MLA. I need to see if I can find my first website to cite. In my essay, I actually used 6 different sources for mine, so my Works Cited page might look a little bit bigger than some of yours, and that's fine. You do need to do this for every source that you've cited inside of your essay. So for me, my first one is, where did it go? De Miranda in June here. So I'm just going to try to find my exact source. I'll just use the exact direct quote, Control C. And let's see if I can find the exact source again. If you've used bookmarks, it might be a little bit faster. I believe I used this one. Oh, yep, it is this one. Correct. So all I have to do in my generator, I found my exact source right here. Again, Control C. And let's see if I can get this to work in the school building today. Search. So Citation Machine's going to try to pull up the exact source that I just asked it to find. Let's see if it found it. Yep. Cite. And continue. And here's where it sometimes gets stuck on school Wi-Fi. We'll give it a moment. If it doesn't work, I'll move on to another citation generator. I really wish that Citation Machine worked well in our building because it's a really user-friendly one. For some reason, our school Wi-Fi just hated it the past 2 years. I'm just seeing if anything's different this year. All right, my patience is running thin. You guys should be aware that Citation Machine is a great one to use. However, we've had issues with it on school Wi-Fi before. If you are trying this at home, you'll probably have better luck with Citation Machine. I just don't want to waste that time right at this moment. What we can do is use a different one. We'll use Scribr next. This one I think works a lot better. So Scribr is the same idea. I can type in my website. I just want to see if it's any better. URL should be there. Yep. Hit cite. That doesn't seem right. Let me go back here a little bit. Control V. Cite. So something to note. Some of you did mention earlier that you like to handwrite citations. Sometimes citation generators will give you a lot of trouble, and they'll give you an option to add manually. That's not something I'll demonstrate now, but you can do this if it's just giving you trouble. If I click add manually, it's just going to ask me for information bit by bit. I absolutely could do this in my source as well. So like my title is When Human Life Begins. I can copy that, paste it in, and so on. I can absolutely do that. It's a little bit slower of a process, but it will give me a citation. I'm going to see if I can go 3 for 3 and get a different one to work here. Let's try Quillbot. Quillbot is a little bit different from other generators, but I can get it to work as well. Just kind of a different process of entering these things. One thing I can do is enter my URL, Control V, and click, that's not right. This is my URL. Control V and click Cite. It really has a problem with this particular site right here. And I'm not sure what that is. That's okay, I'll just enter it manually. So the title is not You Are Being Directed, it's When Human Life Begins. For some reason, I have to enter this one by hand. I'm not sure why, but I'll just deal with it for now. We'll try it with my second source. Authors, this one had 2, and they were listed at the bottom in this one. Let's see, Dr. Fred de Miranda is one. So, MD, I guess. I'll just do Doctor. Fred de Miranda. That's one. This one had 2 authors, so I better do both. Other one is Dr. Patricia Lee June. Dr. Patricia June. Okay. Publication information. That is not the website title here. The website title is the American something. American College of Pediatricians. And then really all it's asking for from there is publication date if I have it. So I better check that real quick. It says March 2017. I'm just going to go with that month year. March 2017. I shouldn't have to touch anything else. Notice that it does give me an option on which citation style I go with. I really don't, doesn't matter to me if you do MLA 8 or 9. I'll just do 9 while I'm at it and click save. And here it is, full citation right here. This will allow me to copy it, Control C. It should just also have a copy all option right there that I can use. Let me just do copy full citation, why not? And I should be able to punch it right into my essay from here. Got my works cited page. Now I should be able to enter my first citation by Control V. And there it is, that's my first. With the remaining time, I'm gonna try to get maybe 1 or 2 more, but then I'll continue it with my 8th hour class and crank out the video for you guys that way. On to the next one. Now, as a reminder, in your essay itself, the prompt is asking you to use at least 3 different sources for research. I happen to use 6 in mine, so my works cited page is gonna be pretty long, and that's fine. At the very least, you guys will probably want to use 1 different source per body paragraph in your essay. For mine, I know I happen to use 6 different ones. So I'm just going on to my second one here. I do have this one right here, Nathan Denzin. And what I'm going to do is just once again copy paste, just to see if this takes me straight to my source. And we'll do the whole process again. PBS Wisconsin, I know this is the one, by Nathan Denzin. Let's see if I have more luck the second time around. I'm just going to keep using Quillbot. Let's do another one. One thing I like about Quillbot is it keeps everything just right on the right-hand side, so I can copy them all from there. This one seems to have done a lot better job of identifying what it needs. I just have to type in a couple things. So contributors, it was Nathan Denzin. Notice this. Citation generators are not perfect. Even though this one pulled up my website, no problem, it did have a problem finding author, so it's good to double check these things for yourself as you're working through it. It did find my publication data. That's all good. Hit save. How much work was that one, Fifi?
Huh?
That one was a lot easier that time, wasn't it? So I know it seemed like a lot of work the first time around. When the technology works like it's supposed to, it's a lot easier, right? That's 2. Let's just enter this one while I'm at it. Works cited page. Something to note with a works cited page, your works cited page should also go in alphabetical order, so I might have to reshuffle some of mine, but I'm just going to get all 6 in, and then I'll go back and reshuffle them later. I'll do 1 more before we close out today. So my next one, let's see, we're already at 13 minutes on this video. It's okay, I'll cut quite a bit. As I move forward, I know I did exactly 2 per paragraph. This next one is this quote by McCabe. I should just be able to do my exact direct quote and find it online. I think it's this one. Yes, this is certainly the one. McCabe? Yep, Samantha McCabe. Good. Control C. Close out these old ones. I don't need them anymore. Next. It's also good when you're writing works cited pages to check for mistakes as well. I'm noticing that this one got my title perfect. It made some mistakes with my author's name. There's some weird stuff in there that I need to clarify. So I do need to double check this. It is Samantha McCabe, I believe. Yep, for some reason they got some of the information wrong with her name specifically. There we go. So I do need to tidy that up just a little bit. So that's just initials. We don't need that. Samantha. And then the last name is not Wisconsin. It's McCabe. There it is. I fixed that. Website title they got. URL they got. Date they got. Save citation. That's my third one. Might as well just copy it. And actually, no, that's not in order. That's fine. Might as well throw this one in there too. And I think we're good for now. I only get you guys for a little bit longer. I'm just going to pause this and finish it up with 8th hour later. And welcome back, Writing Workshop. I'm back at it with 8th hour. 8th hour, say hey.
Hey.
Well, I'm right here. You're saying hey to the video, but that's okay. As we're back into it here, just a couple things I'm noticing with Works Cited so far. Notice that my Works Cited page is titled Works with an S, Cited with a C, both capitalized there as a title. And then so far I have 3 entries. One thing that I'm just now noticing is that 2 of my entries aren't properly indented. I might have to fix that later, just off screen, but that's something to look at there. In general, I should put them in alphabetical order as well, so I might have to move a couple of these around. But for now, I just want to get my other 3 citations done, and then I can do that editing later. So far, I've cited through half of my paper. I do have 3 more sources to go. As a friendly reminder, the prompt is only asking you to use 3 or more sources. So some of you might have to finish right about here. I know that I have 3 more sources to cite, so I'm just going to keep working through my essay. I now need to move on to this one, PBS Wisconsin. This one right here. One thing I'm going to do is just copy this entire paraphrase right here. As I throw this into Google, it should pull my source automatically back up. Let's see if it works. It must be this one. Okay, Control C. Now, the website that I'm using right here is Quillbot. I'm just going to continue using it, just what I did in 6th hour. Again, there are some other ones in Schoology you can use. All I have to do, because it's a citation generator, is copy paste my website in there. And now I'm just checking for errors right here. So notice this one had a trouble finding an author. If I remember right, this one doesn't have a listed author. Notice that it says Wisconsin Watch. That is not an author name. They only want an author if there's a person there. Just going to be safe. Actually, this one does apparently have an author, Phoebe Petrovic. I might as well write that in. Phoebe Petrovic. I'm going to make sure I spelled that right. I did, of course. Website title is right, PBS Wisconsin. URL is right. Date published, August 31st, 2022. That's correct. Now I can hit Save Citation. What I like about Quillbot is they keep all of my citations to the right over there. I might even be able to copy all, as it says right there. I can try that in a bit. For now, I'm just going to copy the new one and throw it into my Works Cited page. Yeah. An opponent of Wisconsin. Okay, yeah. So all I have left is my counter-argument paragraph. I do have Francis Raday and this direct quote. I should just be able to straight up use this direct quote in Google and find my source from there. This is one reason why I asked you guys to try to cite your sources as you are outlining to make it a lot easier to find. This should be the one. And I just have to cite it. So again, I'm going to copy paste it. I'm actually curious if this one will work in Quillbot because it's a PDF. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it doesn't like this URL. So this one I have to do by hand. It shouldn't be too hard though as I look at it. So I'll call it a website, but as I look at this thing, I can now just type in its information from there. Sometimes, sadly, you have to do it by hand. At least Quillbot makes it a little bit easier. Let's give it a title first. It's a crazy long title, but I have to use all of it, sadly. Copy paste should work. Control C. Control V, it does. And now I'm looking for authors. Paper prepared and led by Francis Raday, endorsed by the members of the working group. I will just use Francis Raday's name as an author there. So first name, Francis with an E. Last name, Raday. Publication information, website title. I'm just going to use the article title there. Actually, no, I can probably just use this publisher. United Nations Human Rights Special Procedures. I'll do it. URL I should still have copied. Nope. I'll grab it real quick. And then the last thing I need to find is the day it was published. This one's just a month and a year, October 2017. October 2017, that should be good. Save it. There it is. And once again, I'm going to copy it and paste it. I should just have one more. The last thing is this article, Why Pro-Life? The Case for Inclusion. I should be able to throw the article title into Google and pull it up from there. Let me remind you guys, 8th hour, to quiet down just a little bit because we are on video. Control C. Control V. Cite it. And let's see. Now, a reminder, it's still good to check for errors. This one did have a trouble finding an author. I need to be careful just to make sure that I didn't miss it as well when I was writing. I don't see anything up front in this article, but I should check the bottom as well just to be safe. Nope. No author. Once again, not the biggest red flag in the world. I'll skip it. It does have a website title and a URL. Date published, it's asking for as well. That I should take a look for. Something to note, when it comes to date published, at the very least, they'll be asking for a year. You are allowed to use copyright year for that. So even though I don't have a day or a month on this article, at the very least, I can give that it's copyright 2022. It's better than nothing. Oops, I almost put 2002. That'd be pretty bad. 20 years old. Save citation, and that's my last one. Now, notice that my Works Cited page went on to 2 pages. I personally don't like that very much, and I don't think most of you will have to worry about that. So I might play around with some of the font size and those kinds of things on my citations. But otherwise, that's what your Works Cited page will look like at the end. You'll have all of your sources cited properly in MLA. Again, you've got a couple of options on which citation generators to use if you like. I do have to do some reshuffling and editing with mine, but I'll do that off screen just so I don't bore you guys with that right at the moment. For a lot of you, this will be the last step you do with your persuasive research essay before we peer review on Wednesday. I do want to see this in your full essays as I'm grading them right before the grade period comes to an end next week. Peace.